Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. The Joyce Theater will present Al Blackstone's new dance play called Freddie Falls in Love from July 23rd through August 4th. And we drop by the rehearsal studio to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company led by Melanie Moore and Matt Doyle.
That can't be, 'cause I can't see my strange little world just go passing me by. Let people wonder, let them laugh, let them frown. You know I love you till the moon's upside down.
Today was a blast. I mean, we really sort of like let people sink to a low point in the beginning with my solo. I was like, God, we're really gonna start very emotional. And then, lift people up. It's just, I'm so excited for more audiences to see the show. It's so beautiful. I'm so thankful to be back 3 years later with something else to say, with the show. So it's very exciting. The solo that I showed today is sort of a pivotal moment for not only Matt's character, but also mine. Some big life things happen, and my character has to make a choice whether to stay or to go or to commit or not. And my character really becomes a catalyst for Matt in a lot of ways, how his life is gonna go. So that's the number.
About 3.5 years ago, Al reached out to me. The first time we did it, we did a very short run at the Signature here in New York. And Al reached out to me and he said, I have this idea for a dance piece. And I said, well, you're contacting the wrong person. I was like, I do not dance. I barely get by in my shows and it's a lot of work. And he was like, no, I'm looking for an actor to be the central role in a dance piece and have the piece move around this actor. And he was like, and I'm actually looking for people and someone who their vocabulary is not dance at all, because I think it would be really effective to see the contrast. And I was like, well, then I think you might actually get the right person in me. And it was amazing. We got to sit down over a lunch about a week later and talk about my personal story and a breakup that I was going through. And he was telling me that he wanted to tie a lot of things that Mel was going through. And so we started forming this beautiful piece that was very, very personal. And to witness these dancers tell a story and tell something that I was dealing with at the time through such a beautiful, beautiful vocabulary that I do not have within my bones, was so powerful for me, and it was so therapeutic. And I've just fallen so madly in love with this piece. And just to be around such talent in this room, I'm floored.
The number we performed second was called Waiting, and it is Matt discovering new women and testing out the boundaries after the breakup. And so we play 3 of those women in that number and have different connections with him. And we are really pining for him and wanting his attention and invested. And at the same time, he's there with us, but also thinking about Melanie.
I've always loved dance that tells stories. I've always loved putting different music together and really telling people stories that make them laugh, make them cry. This is based on an experience that I had, and of course, as most things, grew into something bigger. The Joyce Theater, the fact that they are presenting this show, I think, is a huge testament to how commercial dance and jazz has really found a way to blend into the concert world. And I think in many ways, I think we're hoping that this will bring many different parts of the dance world and the theater world together into one place.
My character is Catherine. And she's someone that the guy meets throughout his journey, and she sort of propels him into a place where he can kind of find something new and meet someone new and move along on his journey. But she's just fun and happy and outgoing and, you know, the life of the party.
So I arrived in New York. My manager and I saw this audition. I Googled Al and I was like, who's this bundle of joy? Like, I don't know this guy, but I want to know this guy. And I could see the people who he was working with, who I knew, and I'd known Matt for many years. And so I went along, and that first call, I was like, you're great. Like, he's just has so much joy and wisdom of how to tell a story. And not many choreographers, I don't think, can do this sort of piece. Like, it's a full-length story with no dialogue. My first job was for Matthew Bourne, so I have that experience way back in my brain. And it's just great to see someone, you know, young who's like starting this amazing journey with his career, really know what he's doing.
Une valse à 3 temps, qui s'offre encore le temps, qui s'offre encore le temps de sortir des détours du côté de l'amour, comme c'est charmant, une valse à 4 temps. C'est beaucoup moins dansant, c'est beaucoup moins dansant, mais tout aussi charmant qu'une valse à 3 temps, une valse à 4 temps, une valse à 20 ans. C'est beaucoup plus troublant, c'est beaucoup plus troublant, mais beaucoup plus charmant qu'une valse à 3 temps, une valse à 20 ans, une valse à 100 ans.
The lucky thing for us is that from day one, the mission has been so broad and inclusive that we can go from things like the Bournonville legacy to something like this with, you know, it's just part of what we do, part of our mission, and our audiences come and see all of it.
It's just great to like do a little show and tell and have new people getting to see everything that we've been working so hard on the last couple days, and it's just always exciting to get to share the things that we love with new people. Getting to create this number with Al was, it's, you know, when work becomes play, this kind of number is what happens. There was no limits. It was, you know, anything we could dream up was like acceptable in the realm of this number.